So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's session of Pre-Bell with William O'Neill India, dated April 26, 2023. So, before we go ahead, I would like to give a small disclaimer that any stock, any security that we might discuss in today's session should not be considered as a buy or sell recommendation, and we are just doing it for educational purpose. So, without taking up much time, I'll start with Nifty 50s chart analysis for the day. If you look at Nifty's last day, yesterday's movement, it traded in a very narrow range of around 70 to 80 points. And as yesterday's session or a few days before that, this pink line, as you can see, is your 100 DMA line. And the 100 DMA line is acting as a stiff resistance at the moment. So till the point in time your 100 DMA line is not reclaimed, probably the future rally is little bit looking capped at the moment. And on the lower side, if you look at it, your black line, that is the 200 DMA, acted as a good support for Nifty, where in 3 to 4 sessions, Nifty traded around that 200 DMA, very close to the 200 DMA, and it did not breach the 200 DMA. If we talk from the O'Neill perspective, then we are still in RA at the moment, that is rally attempt, and that is why going forward we'll require a follow through day, an FTD, that is an up move of 1.5% or higher on volumes higher than the previous day to take the markets to a confirmed uptrend. However, on the other side, if you look at it, if Nifty breaches this 16828 mark, then Nifty will go back to a downtrend. As the result season is on, certain companies came up with the results post the market hours yesterday. So Dalmia Bharat came up with the result. Q4 FY23 revenue from operations grew 15.7% YY and profit surged 121.4% YY. Even the volume growth looked higher than the estimates. EU small banks NI income grew 29.5% YY. Profit increased 23% YY. However, the asset quality also improved as your GNPA fell by 15 bips to 1.66% and your NNPA fell by 9 bips to 0.42%. Similarly, your Bajaj Auto also reported its Q4 FY23 results, and your revenue grew by 11.6% YOY and profit fell by 2.5% YOY. Tata Consumers revenue from operations grew 14% YOY and profits increased 21% YOY. Indian business grew 15% while the international business grew 9%. Uh, Life's Q4 FY23 revenue from operations grew 57.8% YOY. Uh, Reported a profit of 0.54 crores compared to 137.7 crores, which doesn't look good at the moment. So talking about the global market update, you can see the stark fall in your US indices as all the three indices fell sharply, and Dow Jones fell by 1%, S&P 500 by 1.6%, and Nasdaq Composite by 2%. The major reason was again banking fears was reignited in the US market as your First Republic Bank fell sharply in yesterday's session as their deposits fell by 40%. So, like one of the bigger banks in the nation, and that's why it reignited your banking fears in the US markets. So if we talk about tech earnings, your Alphabet and your Microsoft also reported and the results, and those are good. But even that couldn't hold up your tech index, that is your Nasdaq Composite, just because of the banking fears. Asian markets, your Nikkei and Shanghai trading lower by 0.4 and 0.7%. First was trading flattish to a little positive note. So SGX Nifty is also indicating a muted opening, somewhere around 17,757 against yesterday's close of 17,769. If you look at the chart of the chart of the day for us is ICICI Bank. And before we go ahead, I would again like to give a small disclaimer that the stock at the moment is not a buy or sell recommendation, and we're just doing it for education purpose. If you look at it from the result perspective, the results for the bank have been remained really superb in terms of your NI growth, the PAT growth in the last 6 to 8 quarters. Plus, your asset quality has improved. There has been a tech revolution for, I mean, the bank. The bank has been operating seamlessly. One of the most seamlessly operated banks in India at the moment in the private sector. They can see similarly the estimates for the next couple of years also remains pretty strong. All the ratings for the stock remains really good. EPS rating at 96, price strength at 67. Your buy demand very good at B plus, and similarly you can see your RS line going higher and improving as well. Number of funds have been stable, and as you can see, the base has been very high, and even at a higher base, it's trying to remain stable at the moment. The stock is forming a stage one cup with a handle base. If you probably look at on the left and the right hand side of the base, on the left hand side, when probably your stock was falling, it was falling on very low volumes. That is, no distribution happened. And on the right hand side of the base, you can see big blue bars coming in. That was a really good sign. And the stock is trading very close to the pivot. And even yesterday and the last couple of days, it clocked very good volumes. And the stock is just trading below the pivot and forming a stage one cup with handle base, very close to the off-highs mark as well. So, if the stock breaks out on above average volumes and the market remains supportive, it's a good stock to keep in your buy watch list. So, thank you, and that's it from my side. And stay tuned to the space of Prebell with William O'Neill India from Monday to Friday